Hi guys, today I'm going to be reviewing Feed the Walking Dead, Season 6, Episode 7. And it's about time we got to see Alicia and Charlie again. Like, damn, it's been a long time. Basically, nearly the whole first half. Since, Strand sent him away to some place. And we kind of find out that Alicia and Charlie has been blanking Strand since he's been calling them the whole time. And they're only finding an answer when it seems like it's very urgent. And that's, well, basically, well, obviously spoilers, but, well, if you're watching this review, it's always going to be spoilers, like, straight away, so. I don't know if I should always say, like, when I do my review, put spoilers, I don't know. But yeah, I'll just say every time I review, every episode, it's going to be spoilers, so, yeah. So basically, Strand is supposed to be patrolling the car that Dakota's in, Virginia's sister. But then something goes wrong where basically Strand's men get wiped out. Since he's basically in charge of them, but they get wiped out by someone, which we don't find out until the end, which to me was a big surprise. Like, damn, that person could do that. That person. But yeah. And Dakota is just like missing afterwards. And then that's when he decides to call Alicia, since Strand thinks that Alicia will definitely trust Dakota will definitely trust Alicia, because she possibly doesn't even trust, Strand anymore. Because when Dakota was talking to Strand, it seemed like Dakota probably got the sense that, does he even want to leave? They could try and leave right now, but I don't know. Does he really have a plan? She even tried to ask him if he actually has a plan, but he just responds with, I don't know what you're talking about. and it seems like he honestly means that. Like, is he truly on Virginia's side, or he does have a plan, but it's different from Morgan's, which, we'll talk about Morgan later on. But yeah, it's hard. I don't know what some people think about him. Do they think that he's fully on Virginia's side? Or is he trying to play his own game, but he's willing to take more risks? It's kind of hard to know. And then the people that Sherry's with, I feel like they just want to kill, Virginia any means possible. So I feel like they was responsible for the oil tank blowing up in episode 6. Yeah. And if they was, man, they nearly killed Virginia, but they kind of killed some innocent people in the process. Yeah. If it was Sherry, man, if that was Sherry's group, man, she's gone on a dark path. You wouldn't think that Sherry would end up more dark than Dwight, but well, she was nearly gonna kill a group of people who, and none of them was even Virginia. Like, she was still willing to pull the trigger if Dwight wasn't there. But yeah, let's just get back to the episode. So yeah, so basically, Strand tells Alicia and Charlie to look for Dakota. They basically end up finding her in this house, and then this man, we just see him making these kind of weird walkers. I guess he does that to scare people away. Which, yeah, we meet this one episode character again, which this season has a lot of one episode characters. They've done actually a really good job with these one episode characters. None of them have actually felt flat. Well, probably the weakest is, the guy in episode 3, who was just like a coward. Yeah. It's kind of funny how it ends for him, and it kind of shows what kind of choices Strand was planning to make this season. Or should I say, was willing to make this season. Yeah. It kind of showed, what type of character he's going to be this season. It's kind of reminiscent to a previous Strand, but maybe even worse. I can't say he's fully on Virginia's side, but I'll talk more about him at the end, since we just need to get past the, Charlie and Alicia storyline. Well, Dakota as well. Because they basically find her in this place, and then this guy actually, like I said, he was making these walkers, and then he puts them outside, I guess to keep people away. Like, he was putting horns on walkers, like deer horns or something. But then he actually finds Alicia, he sneaks up to her and then injects her with those things that, I guess, put you to sleep. You know what they do to animals. And then she wakes up and actually finds Dakota. But then Dakota says that he's actually not a bad guy. He's actually trying to help for the most part. But since this is spoilers, yeah, I didn't even trust him the moment. Yeah, like, because who would do that? Yeah, I didn't really trust him anyway. Even if he did that because he thought like Alicia was a threat, that's still kind of a weird thing to do. He has a gun as well, so yeah, he could hold her at gunpoint and ask if she's with Virginia instead of doing what he did, because that just had her off guard from this guy. Even though Dakota was trusting her, I mean, even though Dakota was trusting him, the guy. Yeah, he just seemed weird anyway. He tried to seem like a normal person, like when he was playing chess, I think, with Dakota. Then he started to talk about his family and what happened to him. But we basically find out that he was using these walkers as like a defense in a way and keeping people away from his family. But it kind of ends up with him. Well, the walkers that he used as a defense, they actually killed his family, because they tried to say before. Well, he tried to say that it was actually Virginia's fault, but he actually lied. And he was just like saying that just to, have Dakota, I guess, agree with him, because we actually find out that Dakota's family was killed by Virginia, but she doesn't really know why. So yeah, that was a surprise. I wasn't expecting that, because I thought it was just getting like this cliche story where someone's lost their family and then they just go crazy. But then like Dakota just comes out of nowhere and says that her family was killed by her sister. Like, damn, like what the hell happened there? Why would Virginia do that? Damn. But I guess we won't find out until later on. But imagine if they killed her off and we don't even find out. But anyways, we'll still have Dakota to maybe. Well, she doesn't even know why it happened. So, and that's why she's trying to get away from Virginia, because of, I guess, what happened there. But say if Virginia didn't kill her parents, since they're sisters, and she basically killed her family. Like, would Dakota still be more on Virginia's side, even after all these bad things that she's been doing? I just wonder if the family was originally in charge, but I don't know about that. Yeah. Because she's trying to just escape from Dakota. And then they just ended up finding his house with this crazy person. Well, I wouldn't say he's fully crazy. He's still kind of there. He just has all this guilt, and he wanted to, like, I guess he just viewed his, Dakota like it was his daughter, which he got killed. So in a way, he was trying to protect him, but he was possibly going to make the same mistake again, since these things that he put outside are the reason why his family died in the first place. Because think of Herschel from The Walking Dead, but I mean like the season 2 version of Herschel. Definitely not one of the best versions. Like, he kept walkers in a barn. Imagine if one day those walkers got out and they went up to the house. They could have killed people in their sleep. Yeah, like Maggie and her whole family. They could have all died if one day things just went wrong. Like, that definitely could have happened. And that's what basically happens with this guy. And he's just kind of crazy because of that. Because, like, near the end, he does explain everything. And when the walkers are trying to break in, the monsters that he created, yeah, when they try to break in, because I wonder if like some of them are like his families and friends. I don't know how many people he actually had with him, but I just know he had his family, so maybe some of them are walkers as well. But yeah, he just sacrifices himself so they can escape. Like, he tells them how to get out, and he just holds them back since he feels guilty for what he did. And yep, that's how it ends for his character anyway. Because and Charlie, like, she was very cool this episode. How she was able to sneak in without the guy knowing, and she also tried to sedate the guy as well. I was thinking like, damn, Charlie, you're the queen right now. You're the queen of this episode. Yeah, but he still, like, Charlie still didn't like sedate him properly, like, because she didn't really hit the veins, so he was able to get back up. But then he basically sacrifices himself when he realizes what he's doing is wrong, when Alicia has a talk with him. Yeah. Also, there's a scene earlier on where Alicia was trying to make a deal with, Virginia, opening her sister back, but then the deal was that Charlie and Alicia would be able to be free, but they'd basically give back Dakota. That'd be kind of messed up if Alicia did that. Yeah, that'd be so messed up. And the guy actually knows that Alicia was on the channel, so he did mention that to her as well. And then he says about, because when he was saying his last words to Alicia before he killed himself, I was thinking like he was gonna say something like, "Yeah, maybe you should help him escape," but he actually says to actually give the sister back to Dakota. Wait, I think he said that anyway. And then he sacrifices himself. And while they're trying to break out, Morgan just comes out of nowhere because there was this loud music, which he uses to lure the workers to the house, to surround all the workers around the house. And then some of them started to disperse, but then Morgan just comes out of nowhere and helps him escape, which was a good surprise and a heartfelt moment. Yeah, seeing Morgan and Alicia reunite, having a nice hug. I guess Charlie's happy about that too. But then we actually find out that, my God, I can't believe Morgan would do this, but he's actually the one who took out the people, Virginia's people, Strand's group. The convoy basically. He basically took them out. Which, damn, Morgan, you're savage now. I haven't seen this kind of Morgan for a long time. Well, I don't even. This feels like more of a new Morgan where he's willing to. I feel like this is more like a Rick Grimes Morgan to me. Yeah, the things that Rick was willing to do, but Morgan's more tough and the things he's willing to do. Like, but I don't know how the hell Morgan was able to take out all of those people. Like, I'm sure most of them had guns, so I don't know how Morgan did it. Damn. Because it's not like you heard gunshots, so I don't know how the hell he killed all of them. Man, I guess Morgan's savage right now. He did say he's willing to do whatever it takes to get his whole family back, but he has a specific plan that he must follow. And I guess delivering Dakota back to Virginia is a part of the plan. But then we later see Strand, and he finds out that Morgan's alive as well. And he asks Morgan, like, Strand asks Morgan, like, if Virginia knows that Morgan's alive, and he says yes. So they need to be very careful on what they do, because if he brought Virginia's sister, Dakota, to their safe house, the place that they've been building up, I know they'd be exposed if they did that. And at the end, wait, what exactly happened at the end? Did they take Dakota to the place where Morgan's been hiding out and been decking the others? Since Dwight and Al and the people from the hotel are there right now. We also find out that, Virginia has Grace, which was a big shock. Also, like, I guess Strand isn't really agreeing with what Morgan's doing, so he had him at gunpoint. Yeah, things were. Yeah, a lot of things were happening at the end. Those last 10 minutes, man. Yeah, compared to the rest of the episode, wow. It was a good episode for, not counting the last 10 minutes. Because the last 10 minutes were just crazy. Trying to keep up with everything they just packed in. Seeing that Grace is alive. And that's basically Morgan's biggest weakness right now. On what Virginia could do. I feel like if someone's going to die this season, I feel like it's going to be Grace. I just can see it coming. It's going to be Morgan's weakness. But yeah, Strand seems like he's going to be more on Virginia's side as well. I just don't know what his plan is. Is he maybe going to trick Virginia and then like take over the whole place? Is that his plan, to take over the place? To tell you the truth, I do think that's his plan. But then if he does that, I don't know what Sherry's group are going to do. Are they still going to attack them? Yeah, there's a lot of conflict right now on several sides. Morgan with his plan, I just don't know where. Yeah, it's just since things got a bit crazy, I kind of don't really know where Alicia stands right now and what they're doing with Dakota. Are they going back with Morgan or is she going back to Virginia? I think she's going back to Virginia so they can stay with the plan. But oh wait, no. Oh yeah, because Strand when he gets back, he tells him that Morgan's got Dakota now, so they definitely went back. But since Strand seems like he's going to be more on Virginia's side, man, I don't even know what his goal is. I wonder if he's willing to sacrifice Morgan so everyone else can live, and then he can take over, afterwards as Virginia. Like if he tricked Virginia, like he got her killed. I just don't know if he knows about the other group that are trying to fight against, Virginia. Who Sherry's with. So yeah, I don't, because he seems like he's trying to cook up a plan, but I just don't know if he's aware of the Sherry's group. Yeah. But yeah, finding out that their biggest weapon is Grace, for Morgan anyway, to defeat Morgan, because Morgan will do anything for Grace. I just know he would, even surrender himself. So yeah, would he give Dakota back as well? Because his plan was to give Dakota back, but since Alicia also convinces him to take Dakota back to the place where he's been hiding out, which yeah, Alicia definitely is very persuasive this episode. So yeah, because there was a moment where Alicia was gonna make a deal with Virginia, but then the guy who sacrificed himself said that. Wait, I'm not sure if he said. Yeah, there's just a lot of things in this episode at the end, so I kind of got a bit lost. Yeah. So I'm not sure if he said to actually take her back to Virginia or to escape to somewhere better, basically. Not do something like that. But I don't know if that's something that Virginia says. Wait, what am I talking about with Virginia? I'm getting a bit lost. I'm getting lost myself because that ending was just a lot going on. So I'm just gonna try recap everything because a lot happened in this episode. So yeah. So Morgan attacks the convoy. Strand tries to find Dakota, but then also gets help from Alicia and Charlie. Charlie and Alicia find Dakota in his house with this guy. He's a bit crazy. Then he gets him killed, but then he sacrifices himself so they can escape. And then that's when Morgan comes and also helps him. And then they, run into Strand. And then Strand finds out about Morgan's plan. And also Alicia agreeing with Morgan. We're not agreeing with Morgan. Yeah, I'm just a bit. I just get a bit mixed up with all this part because everybody has different sides right now. I'm just trying to keep up. Because I know Alicia, Charlie, and Dakota are going with Morgan by the end of the episode. Yeah, so yeah, that's how that goes. And Strand seems like he's going to work with Virginia, especially since he tells Virginia that Morgan has Dakota. Yeah. And then we find out that, Virginia has Grace. Like, she's still fine. I guess she didn't die from her illness or whatever was going on with her. She actually kind of seems better, too. Yeah. But yeah, and that's about it. Apart from the biggest question is who's actually helping Morgan? And I mean the guy who actually helped Morgan in the premiere, yeah. Who actually helped him with his gunshot wound. Not fully, but, so he didn't die, basically. And it seems like they possibly helped him again? I think so, anyway. And I don't think they'd be responsible for the oil tanker exploding. And I don't think it's Sherry's group who's helping Morgan, because I didn't even know who it was when he encountered them and found right. So, yeah. What's actually going on there? Who is this person who's actually helping Morgan? Because I feel like, I don't know if this person was a part of the reason why he was able to find, Charlie, Dakota, and Alicia, apart from the music. But yeah, they just said that Morgan mentioned the person that they kind of helped him find the place, apart from hearing the music. Yeah. So yeah, the biggest question is who is the person that helped Morgan, and we still don't know what that key is going to be for. I guess I'm just still going to say the submarine, but man, they just packed a lot in that last 10 minutes, and I was just trying to keep up because that was a lot to take in. But yeah, I guess it's going to be the mid-season finale next week. We'll see how that ends with all the stuff they've given us. I know it's going to be a good one. But yeah, guys, that's it for the video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.